Tim Branch on Facebook. JM, you've spoken before about your rapid weight loss diet plan and the accompanying cardio. However, could you describe your weight training protocols during this phase, if any?
When I dieted down, that was usually, but not always, in pursuit of a record at a lower weight class. So the training was identical to the training that I would do on the way up. The trick is to feed the body carbohydrates and fuel just before the workout, burn all of those in the workout, and then go back to starving. So you have a huge cardio load, which is burning calories all the time and elevating your metabolism. But you can't keep starving and train well. So you have to fund the training with some fuel. And if you time it right, with complex and simple carbohydrates, you can get a nice dose of energy to accomplish your training. What becomes difficult, though, when you're dieting and trying to train hard, is that recovery, and I sound like a broken record talking about recovery all the time, but that's because it's as important as training. And if you want to talk about sets and reps and percentages all the time, you're missing half of the game. A full half of the game is recovery. So when you're not having that excess fuel all the time, and excess protein and excess nutrients all the time by overeating, you have to be much more judicious in what you eat and when you eat it. You also have to be very, very careful about recovery. If you don't have a good recovery program, you will not be able to maintain most of your strength as you crash diet. And it'll be, you'll just lose what you gained on the way up. And the goal is to gain a lot of strength on the way up and then maintain most of it on the way down, lose very little, and then rebuild again and kind of hopscotch over each one. Leapfrog, I guess, is the word. So every time you go up, you gain strength and body weight. But then when you come down, you lose a little bit of strength. And then you gain strength and body weight. And then you lose a little strength on the way down. And it's just this stepwise progression. But the trick is twofold. The trick is really good recovery. And the trick is timing the fuel for the workout and giving only the fuel that you need for the workout. And that takes a lot of know-how. But the concept is easy, right? The concept, figuring out exactly what you're going to need, that's your job. That's hard. And you make a lot of mistakes. And there's a lot of trial and error. You do it wrong a lot. But then you do it right, and then you do it right from then on. So as long as you trial and error, as long as you get one of those wins, you're going to learn.
So what did your typical kind of a meal before a workout to make sure that you performed well look like once you figured it out?
I did a lot of Chinese food on a Saturday night before training. But then there's more, one big Chinese meal out of the week. And that helps me hold water, and it certainly was satiating, and it felt good. And then some simple carbohydrates as the training comes closer. I have 5 tenets of recovery. They are rest, sleep, nutrition, stress management, and the 5th one I call